What's going on, everybody? It's your man DriftSpeaks. Go ahead and grab a seat, don't move your feet. In case you've been living under a rock and you ain't been watching my videos, man, today is the start of double blood points. Yes, double blood points event will start today, the blood harvest, and I will be teaching you how to farm blood points. Yes, I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. Trust me, go ahead and grab your pens, grab your paper. You're gonna need it. That way you can go ahead and take in all this info. If you have to, rewind the video, pause the video, whatever the case. I might even put some timestamps somewhere in the description. That way you can know where the killer's start portion will start. But we're going to start off with Survivor. So, whenever you're out here and you're trying to farm blood points because you want to get those sweet add-ons, you want to get those sweet perks, you want to go ahead and get things popping, this is the first thing you want to do is go ahead and work on your perks. I don't know if you're a new Survivor or old Survivor. If you're an old Survivor like me, you got all the perks in the game. But if you're new, I'm going to go ahead and also tell you where to get the perks from. Now, the first perk you want to run as a Survivor is We're Gonna Live Forever. This is the equivalent of barbecue and chili for survivors, and pretty much what We're Gonna Live Forever is that for every safe rescue you do, you're gonna get a 25% stackable bonus. Also, that also goes with if you take a hit for another survivor, or if the killer has like the survivor on the shoulder and he's walking to the hook. If you take a hit for him, you also get a stack that way. And you want to stack this out till you get 4 stacks. That'll automatically double whatever points that you got. So that is an amazing perk. That's exactly what we're going to use. This is going to be the hammer and nail to our let's call it tool set here to go ahead and build these points. Now, another thing I want to go ahead and just let you guys know real quick, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video. This is going to be a live commentary. Like, I'm doing this live, like, woo, look at this. I'm touching my med kit and stuff, you know what I mean? Anyways, whatever. So, with me doing this live, I figured this would be the easiest way for me to do this. I hope you don't mind mistakes, because they will be made. Anyways, so, like I said, We're Gonna Live Forever. That's gonna be the first perk that you want. Next perk that you're gonna want is going to be Borrowed Time. The only reason why I'm putting Borrowed Time on here is because I know you're gonna be chasing a whole bunch of other people who want to get the We're Gonna Live Forever. Because there's gonna be, trust me, this perk is gonna be all in your lobbies. So a lot of people are gonna be fighting you for these unhooks, for these hits and whatnot. So Borrowed Time is gonna allow you to make what would normally be an unsafe hook, make it safe. Because as long as they can make it for 15 seconds without getting down, which it'll be considered a safe hook, unhook. So Borrowed Time is gonna help you beat all the other people who got We're Gonna Live Forever. So that's why we chose Borrowed Time. The next perk on our list is going to be Deliverance. And what Deliverance is going to do, as long as we make one safe unhook, which we should be doing because we got Borrowed Time, we got We're Gonna Live Forever. If we make one safe unhook, which our Deliverance perk will activate, and once we're hooked, we can jump off of the hook. Now, you might be saying that's nothing. Why would we care about that? The reason why we care about this perk is because later on I'm gonna tell you how the ranking system works, but survival is like one of the hardest categories to get. Not only will Deliverance give you points for unhooking yourself, like I think it's like over 1,000. I can't even remember the exact number, but I know it's over 1,000 points for unhooking yourself. It will also give you points in survival, and the ranking system itself is going to bear a lot on how many points you get for blood points. Now, so that's the reason why I chose Deliverance. The next perk, this is going to be a perk of whatever. I'm gonna make this the whatever you want perk. If you want to go complete try hard for points and all you care about is points, this is the perk you want to go with. It's going to be Prove Thyself, and what it does is it gives you 100% more bonus points for cooperative actions. Cooperative actions, trust me, that's gonna boost you up really fast, really hard, and also, you know, give 10% repair speed to your ally. That's always amazing. But the 100% cooperation is why you would want this perk, because that is something that's not a category, and it will also well, it is a category, but you know, it's not a category under your ranking, but it's going to be a category on its own, and it will give you more blood points. Now, if I am running this, I might combo this with let's talk about offerings. Let's go ahead and talk about offerings, because I don't want to go too far over the place. For offerings, you're going to want to run you're gonna run all your blood point offerings, every single one, whichever one from best to worst. You want to go ahead and run every single one. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of times people will try to save them up and all this other stuff because they're really good. This is the time you want to use them, during double blood points. There's no other time that's better. This is the best time. I don't care what you say. Let's not argue about it. Let's be friends. Just go ahead and use it. Now, if you run out of blood point offerings, use your spawn offerings, which is the shroud of the binding right here. This will have all survivors start together, which will help you with this cooperation. That's the only reason why you'd want to run this next, is that you want to do cooperation. So if you don't have this one that'll start all survivors together, there's another one that starts like 2 survivors together, whatever. This is the next one that you want to start using. So Now that we covered perks, we covered offerings, let's talk about items. I want you to on this build I have the med kit, and I have the best med kit I can build, and the reason why is because of the perks I have no self-care, I have no kind of healing perks, nothing. So if I don't find a teammate, then this is all I got as a saving grace. So I would say for this build you want to go ahead and run a med kit or something to that effect. But if you choose for this last perk to be self-care, then you can go ahead and start running something else like a toolbox or a flashlight, because flashlighting the killer gets you hella points. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, if you want to run the flashlight, go ahead and drop a pallet, flash him in his eyes, drop a pallet, flash him in his eyes. You can go for flashlight saves, but if you're not that experienced, you're not gonna get it, man. Trust me, that's something you gotta actually work on. I think I've been playing this game for over like a year and some change, and man, I think I can count on one hand how many flashlight saves I got. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, man, pretty much if I'm using the flashlight, I'm using the blinded for a pallet or something like that. But anyways, all right, so moving on, let's talk about the ranking system. So in Dead by Daylight, they have a ranking system at the end of the game. If you've been playing the game at all, you're familiar with this. And pretty much how the ranking system works is you'll get either like a bronze, or you'll get a silver, a gold, or iridescent. We're looking for iridescent. So I want to go ahead and show you guys. I'm gonna bloop this up on the screen to go ahead and, you know, it's gonna show you all the categories and how to get these categories. So let's talk first about objective. The first thing you want to do for objective is going to be repairing gens. For each gen you get like, what's that, 1250 for each gen, and if you got co-op involved, that's even more points. And also opening a gate will give you some objective, opening chests will give you objective, escaping through the hatch will give you objective. These are all important, so that way you can know to try to maximize your objective. Now, moving on, we're going to talk about altruism. Altruism is going to be healing survivors, protecting them, that means taking hits for them, and safe unhooks. And that's pretty much how you're gonna get your altruism. Let's talk now about boldness. Boldness is going to be, you can only get that by standing near the killer or being chased by the killer. And for a lot of you who don't know this, is cleansing totems. By the way, totems are going to be gold out here, man. Totems are gold. And what I mean by that is that you're talking about 15 seconds. Normally they're 1,000 points, but since it's double blood point weekend, that's gonna be 2,000 per totem, man. 2,000 per totem. So you're talking about for 15 seconds of your life, you can get 2,000 points like that. So you want to cleanse every totem you see. I'm sorry for you new Nancy mains who are out here running the perk about cleansing totems. You might want to run self-care for right now, because I'm cleansing every totem I see, as long as it's not haunted grounds. But anyways, hell, I might even cleanse that one if everybody else is escaping to just me and I know where it's at. Anyways, but that's what you want to do for boldness. The next category is going to be survival. And with survival, what you want to do is survive the trial, what's called escape the killer's grasp, and self unhooks. Those are the only ways you can get it. That's why I was saying survival is a hard category to get. So like I was saying, bring deliverance. That way you can get that quick 1,500 points, which will turn that into 3,000 points off of us, what's called you delivering yourself, or whatever the deliverance perk is called. That would be a quick 3,000, and it'll go towards your survival. And as long as you survive the trial, boom, you get automatic iridescent. So that's what it's looking like for the ranking system. Now I want to talk to you guys quickly about playstyle. Sorry that this is gonna be a longer video, because I gotta cover survivor and killer. But what did you expect? Let's go ahead and get this through with. Let's talk about playstyle. The playstyle I want you guys to go for on here is going to be altruistic. And what I mean by that is I want you to heal as whenever it's available. Anytime somebody needs a healing and they're around, heal them. If there's a unhook that needs to be done and you're around, unhook. If there's a totem sitting next to you and you're on the gen, get off the gen, go cleanse that totem. If there's a chest next to you and you're on a gen, get off the gen, go open that chest. Because it gives you objective points, it gives you points, and everything is doubled. And when it comes down to totems, that takes nothing but 15 seconds. Opening the chest, 15 seconds. Unhooking somebody from the hook, however long it takes you to walk over there and do a 2-second unhook and then walk back to wherever you're going. So that's why, and gens are all over. Gens will always be there. You're always gonna do that in your downtime. So that's why I'm not trying to say don't prioritize gens, but I'm saying if you're on a gen and you realize one of these objectives are around, go and get off the gen and do the objective, because it'll be well worth it for the points. Now, I believe that's just about everything off of the on the list for survivors. Let me just go over this real quick, because I think I was supposed to, but I didn't. For We're Gonna Live Forever, you get this perk from David King. So that's a teachable perk from David King. If you see it in Shrine of Secrets, definitely, that's a no-brainer, buy it if you don't have it. Next is gonna be Borrowed Time. I think everybody has that. Well, actually, did they switch that up? Back in the day, this is a perk for every survivor. I don't know if they switched that up for now that we got builds. We just got build like a month ago or 2 months ago, something like that. So I don't know if they switched it up or not. But if it is, I know this is a build perk. So if they do make you teach for it, then go to build for it. Next thing is going to be Deliverance. This is an Adam perk. So what you have to do is go to Adam, rank him up, get it teachable, and then find it in your blood web. Now, if you see this in Shrine of Secrets, definitely get it. This is a perfect time to be using it. Next thing is going to be Prove Thyself. This is going to be a who's that? Dwight. This is a Dwight teachable. So it's seen in Shrine of Secrets. Go ahead and grab it. This is going to be for the perfect farming build. And next thing is going to be self-care. Because like I said, you can replace this with self-care. Like, this was not mandatory. I'm gonna run it with a med kit, but it's not mandatory. You can run self-care, and self-care you'll get that from Claudette. Let's just go ahead and put it on just for shits and giggles. Alright, so boom. Now, alright, so that's gonna be it for what's called my survivor farming guide. Let's go ahead and switch over to Killer. Alright, so now here we are with Killer. Let's go ahead and get into this. This is not the perk loadout that you want. Let's go ahead and start. I kind of want to start here because I see a lot of people make this mistake. A lot of new players will definitely make this mistake. Please do not be confused. The first mistake on this perk layout is Beast of Prey. I know it says gain 50% more blood points for actions in Hunter, but here's the thing: Hunter has a cap on it. Once you get 8,000, there are no more blood points to be had. So we're not gonna run this, and it's double blood points. So we wouldn't run this. We're not gonna run this at all. Now, the next one is gonna be for the same reason, Distressing. You get 100% more points in Devious as long as you're using your killer's power. When we're gonna cover that a little bit later on, picking a killer that is good for you. As long as you're using killer's power, you should be able to max this out without distressing. Next one's gonna be Thrill of the Hunt, 10% more blood points in the Hunter category. It is capped. You do not want these perks. These perks are garbage at the best. At best, they'll do absolutely nothing for you. At worst, they will hinder your gameplay, man. Do not mess with these. Now, let's go ahead and find the right perks. Alright, and we're back. Alright, so this is gonna be the right perks that you want to run. Now, the first perks that you want to run is going to be Barbecue and Chili. And we all know, for one, this is just the best farming perk there is for Killer. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. Debate me in the comment section. I ain't got the time for it, though. I'll probably just like your comment and leave you alone. But anyways, like I was saying, pretty much how Barbecue and Chili is going to work, as long as you hook every survivor, you will gain 100% bonus blood points, or it would pretty much just double your blood points of what you get at the end of the game. Now, the only thing about it is just you got to make sure you get each individual survivor. It's not hooking the same survivor 4 times and you get 100%. That same survivor only give you 25. You got to hook every survivor at least once. That's an extra 100% blood points. And also the fact that it gives you aura reading, that's even better. Now, because you're gonna need to be tracking survivors. Next thing is gonna be you're gonna need a game slowdown perk. I'm gonna go ahead and suggest Hex Ruin. I know that sometimes Hex Ruin, like, it blows up in the first 20 seconds, 30 seconds, first minute. I mean, be honest with you, I done had games where I done spawned right next to the totem as a survivor, and I'm like, whoa, cool, free Hex Ruin. Boop. Anyways, but yeah, man, and sometimes they put them out in the open, but it's worth it. Just go with it. It's a game slowdown, you need it. Because if the gens go too fast, you will definitely lose points. Now, my third perk on this list is going to be Whispers. It doesn't have to be Whispers for you. You can use whatever tracking perk you want. I just want this third slot to be a tracking perk for you. Now, for me, I'm going with Whispers. Whispers, to me, works all the time. It's not like Bitter Murmur where it only works, when a gen is popped. It's not like Nurse's Calling. I don't know what Nurse is calling that. But where Nurse is Calling, it only works if they're healing. I like Whispers because it works all the time. So that's why I choose Whispers as my tracking perk. Now, the fourth perk is whatever you want. It's going to be whatever you want. I don't care what you pick. You can pick this clown thing. I don't suggest it. But, you can pick whatever you want. I don't care. This is going to be your flavor, your own little special flavor on it. Me, I'm going to be running Franklin's Demise because I know it's double blood points. I know these survivors are coming with their A game. They're bringing their best shit. So I'm bringing Franklin's. This is what I'm bringing. This is going to be my perk loadout. You can set it up and make yours however you want. And here's gonna be the next thing, add-ons. I kind of want to talk about add-ons. For add-ons, you're gonna want to run your I'm gonna say your mid-tier add-ons to best add-ons. Don't be over here in the brown section. Don't be in the brown section. You run yellow or better. If you ain't got it, then you start going to brown. But you run yellow or better. Nope, I won't use the. There we go. Tuning guide. Anyways, so you want to run your mid-tier to best add-ons out here. So, and that's how you want to do it. Next thing we're going to talk about offerings. Offerings are obviously going to be your blood point offerings. And you want to use all those up as fast as possible, man. Because like I said, since it's double blood points, just use all your add-ons, man, or all your offerings for blood points. You definitely want to go ahead and do that. What's next? Next thing I want to talk to you about is going to be play style, man. That's going to be the next thing I want to talk about is play style. Whenever you are a killer and this double blood points and you're using all your best shit, using your best perks, your best add-ons, your best blood point offerings, do not make these motherfuckers DC. You do not want these people to DC. You do not want to put your foot so far up they behind that they want to DC. If they DC, they also take away your hits, all those extra hits that you would have got on them, which would have gave you more points, all the extra chases that you would have got, all the extra hookings you would have got. Do not make these people DC by playing like an asshole, man. Don't do it. Now, what you want to do is that pretty much you're gonna want the survivors to be altruistic. You're gonna want them to unhook somebody, and when they're unhooking them, do not be within like 20 meters. I think the actual number is like 16 meters. If you're within 16 meters, you lose points. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say be outside of your terror radius when they unhook, bruh. Just to be on the safe side, because I don't know the exact meters. Maybe somebody can put it down in the comment section what the exact meters are when you start losing points. But I know it's like 16 or 20 meters. So make sure you're out of your terror radius whenever this is happening, whenever they're unhooking. Now, and another thing is, do not face camp, man. Do not face camp. If you make these people DC, bro, because they're not having a good time, or you're making them frustrated because you're playing and you're breaking your foot off too far and they behind, you are gonna lose points, man. Trust me. Do not do it. Play like you want them to be altruistic and go hunt you somebody. That's why you got 2 tracking perks. That's why I recommended barbecue and chili. That way, as soon as you hook them, you can see somebody else, go for them. Then use whispers or whatever your other tracking perk is to find the next person. Let these people make their safe unhooks. Hell, let them make points. You getting points. Let it all happen, man. Let the money flow. Anyways, let's see. Next thing I want to say is the ranking system. Let's talk about the ranking system, because we all got to talk about it. Make sure that you're getting all your points. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and bloop up on the screen overlay of what the ranking system wants from you. So the first thing that the ranking system is gonna want is going to be hunter. The hunting category, and like I said, you want to fill these categories because this is where all your blood points are gonna get doubled and tripled and all that other stuff, depending on what kind of offerings you're running. The first one is gonna be hunter, which is you're gonna get that by finding survivors and ending chases. So by finding survivor, that helps your hunter, and ending the chase will help your hunter. The next one is brutality, and you get brutality by hitting survivors, breaking gens, and breaking pallets. That's how you get your brutality. So we're gonna talk about killers next who are best at doing these. So I don't want to get into it right now though. But like I said, brutality, that's going to be hitting survivors, breaking gens, breaking pallets. Next one's going to be sacrificing, and pretty much how sacrificing works is not that the entity takes them and then boom, you get all your points. You have to hook these people 3 times. If you hook these people 3 times, that's how you get maximum points for your sacrifice. So you don't want to hook somebody once and then face camp until they die, man. Like I said, do not face camp. Don't do it. I know I got some toxic behind killer watching this video right now. Do not face camp these survivors. You need them for the points, because we're getting double blood points out here, man. Anyways, so you want to hook these people 3 times, man. You want to hook them 3 times. You want to hit them as many times as possible, so on and so forth. Now, next one's going to be deviousness. Deviousness is gained by you using your power, your ability, and also the fact that if no survivor escapes you, that's how you get your devious points. Now that we go on over the ranking system of how to go ahead and get the most bang for your buck, I want to talk about killers. There are some killers that are better at farming than others, and I'm just gonna give you guys the ones that are on my opinion. These are all my opinion. This is all my opinion based, recommendations and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get into it. The best killers I feel. Let's start off with this man right here, Wraith. Wraith is awesome because he can get devious points from uncloaking and hitting a survivor. Boom, devious. Boom, devious. You're gonna be cloaked a lot anyway, so that's gonna be a good way for deviousness. You're going to be getting all your hits in because he doesn't have a one shot. So it's going to be all your hits are going to be getting done. He also breaks pallet fast as heck whenever he's cloaked. You can also break gens fast, and as long as you hooking survivors, so on and so forth. Like I said, Wraith is a great killer to farm with. Next one is going to be Doctor. I don't play a lot of Doctor. I know you see he's like only a level 17 for me. Anyways, Doctor is a good killer because he can shock people again. And he can get that devious way up, and then like the Wraith, he doesn't have a one shot, so he's just hitting people, and then yeah. So I want to say Doctor would be a great killer for devious points. Like I said, I'm doing this live, y'all, so excuse me if I'm making any kind of mistakes. Next one is gonna be a new one because Freddy just got his rework. He is excellent for deviousness, and he doesn't have a one shot. Because that's pretty much what kind of makes it to me. Makes me feel like they're a good killer. Is that if they if they don't have a one shot, because a one shot will ruin your chaser, man. It'll ruin that whenever you're hitting the survivors, because you only hit them once. Versus when you could be hitting them twice. So that's the easy way to get double versus one. You know what I mean? So anyway, so I want to say the Nightmare or Freddy. He would be a good choice for it. Next one would be Clown. He's the same way. He has those bottles. You just keep chucking them bottles and keep getting more devious. So I like the Clown. This is a good killer to choose. I need to remember to click on these people. Anyway, so yeah, he's a good killer to choose. This is an excellent killer for devious, excellent killer for farming. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is going to be the man, the myth, the legend, Legion. Legion is excellent for devious, and he and he doesn't have a one hit down. So hey, boom. Let's go ahead and talk about Legion. Legion is good. Legion's good for farming blood points. I believe that's pretty much all I got for you guys for that's all I got for you guys for the farming blood points. If you enjoyed this video, if you liked what I had to say, if you enjoyed the time I put in with the overlays and the information, believe it or not, I had to sit here and write it all down to make sure I had a somewhat script because I knew I was doing all this live. If you like all this, please leave a comment. I love whenever you leave a comment. It lets me know who I'm helping. You know what I mean? And I reply to every comment. It's not like I reply to some. I reply to every. And please leave a like. If you're brand new, consider subscribing. If you guys want to give me a recommendation, put it in the comment section for a recommended video. If I like it, if it gets enough likes, I will do the video. And another thing is going to be, I've been meaning to do a video on how to farm iridescent shards. If you guys are interested in that, put it in the comment section, please. Anyways, y'all, this has been your man, DriftSpeaks. You can go and get up out the seat, moving feet. Appreciate y'all for being here. I've been seeing a lot of growth. I see that I'm reaching somebody with this Dead by Daylight. Thank you very much for your help. Anyways, peace.